Hello and welcome to my channel GreenLion Goddess Tarot, and welcome to this new moon reading using a combination of tarot, astrology, my intuition. The new moon in Virgo happening on the 21st. This is a partial solar eclipse, and I feel like for this reading I want to be a little bit quieter. I want to go a little bit deeper into the divine feminine. I want to create some time and space around me, some quiet space. Give yourself a little bit of time, is the feeling I'm getting with this, to just go within and connect in deeply with your body, because we have the beautiful message from Virgo, the maiden, the archetype of the maiden, to connect into our body's wisdom and understand what is repatterning in this eclipse. So this is an invitation to go deeper, quieter, into a space and connect in a very tangible way. Something is taking shape and taking form. It's an earth sign, Virgo, so we want to see a tangible birth and beginning here, but it's at the anaretic degree. This is the second new moon in Virgo in the last month, 2 in a row. So that's very, very rare. And this one being an eclipse at the 29 degree, which is a power degree of powerful endings, yet it's happening in the beautiful womb-like space of the new moon. So it is representing a powerful ending and a powerful new beginning all at once. It feels quite compressed. So this is why we might feel like we're moving through a lot and it's taking a lot out of us. So that's why I keep getting this message of going into stillness and connecting to rest. That's going to be a really important energy coming into this. So let's have a look at the card that is coming up. We have Star Ancestors. So this is what's happening up in the higher realm, Star Ancestors. And I don't want to concentrate too much about that in this reading because it is an earth sign reading. It's more about what's happening to us on the physical world, but yet it's an eclipse. So there's something happening in a higher soul level for us. And we have Star Ancestors, hidden secrets, lost wisdom, look a little deeper. Okay. So that's everything I was talking about. But what I'm getting with this in particular is if we bring this down into our body, because I feel like for everything I want to bring it down into my body, because Virgo is very much the mind-body connection. There might be a lot of themes coming up for you around health and work matters that can come up with this. But this lost wisdom is something that's been inside of you all along. It's a connection to the physical, and I feel like your body can give you an answer in terms of something that's been there held in an ancestral lineage that has been there, could have even gone back generations. You know, sometimes these things can be past belief systems, traumas, events that occurred, just general, status, we're all farmers or something like that. Something that's happened in the ancestral lineage. Look at what's going on here, because I'm getting this sense, I'm feeling this line going through my body, going back through like grandparents and great-grandparents and parents, and just seeing what has been held there in the body. There's a particular part in your body that is saying it's time to break this pattern. It's time to release this. And it will first manifest as something inside your body, like a pain, an ache, or I'm just focusing on a sore hip. It could be a recurring pattern, that old ache that just keeps going and keeps moving along, and you get used to working with it and having it in your life. It doesn't have to necessarily be a physical thing, but I'm feeling it very physically, personally, but because it's a Virgo energy. But it feels like an old pattern, and that's what eclipses do. They give us an opportunity to reset and repattern, and this feels like a really important energy to be able to do that. And so there could be a message, that just say it's like something in a right hip, just for example, a little niggle in your right hip is coming up. And if you really sit with that energy, and I've actually recorded a supportive meditation for this new moon, so if you are interested in doing that beautiful process and sitting in stillness and allowing whatever needs to release as we move into creating space to birth something new. So what they're showing me is the energy may inhabit a part of our body, but it's connected to an older energy, of some sort, an old issue, a past story. And that is coming up because this new moon is making an opposition to Saturn. And Saturn rules anything old. An old issue is coming back. It also represents our bones, old bones, or elderly people in our lives. So it definitely feels like we're looking a little bit deeper under some of the patterns of what goes on underneath the surface of what's been going on for us in our physical realm. And this could be an emotional pattern, it could be any kind of pattern, but it's an opportunity to reset that and very quietly and softly move into something that is going to stabilize over a longer period of time and is going to potentially bring stability over a longer period of time, but it is going to need a gestation period. So I feel like what's coming up for you is something that is birthing, and it is asking us to commit to this new energy. It's asking us to commit, put in words like discipline, the work, a longer term benefits can come in with this as well. So it starts off quite slowly, but yet there might be this sense of urgency to start because of that push-pull with the final anaretic degree and the birthing. It's like a birth, death and rebirth all in one energy. It's quite compacted and intense. So spend some time listening to what's coming up for you and understanding that this is an opportunity for you to restructure something in your life and to be able to work through that. We've also got the Hanged Man, patience and perspective, and that's what I'm getting with this. Yes, it's this sense of I feel like I need to end something and start something new. It's a South Node eclipse, so it's this energy of being able to release and let go of something, an old ancestral lineage, an old karmic pattern, an old issue, as we talked about with the star ancestors. And this is something that intuitively we're being asked to release. It's not logical, it's not over-analyzing it, but it's going in and connecting into an energy that is asking for our attention and intuitively releasing it. And so, like I said, this is slow moving energy once it starts birthing into what it needs to be, and it's got a longer term energy around it. So that's why we've got the Hanged Man, patience and perspective. It's going to take some time for this to build and grow and birth into what it needs to be. And it may be the reason that we're being gifted this time is because there might be some beautiful shifts of perspective that are coming in around the process of it birthing. They're showing me months away. So it's taking months for this to start to really take form. And so I'm going to pull a spread very similar to my daily readings, because I know a lot of you will be missing the daily readings. But before I do that, they just said to pull a card about what's shifting and changing with this, because the ruler of this eclipse is Mercury, and Mercury is in Libra and is making a beautiful trine to Pluto and to Uranus. So whatever's going on inside our mind, we might be thinking about a big shift and change. And we have the Emperor here, Aries, Mars, Sun, which is interestingly the opposite sign of Libra. So these oppositions are coming in because they're teaching us about balance and teaching us about being in our power and being able to move forward with something, feel like you can make something a concrete reality here with Mars, Aries, Sun. But this is about having energy and vitality to do that. And you might feel anything but that in the very beginning of stages of this Virgo new moon. It might feel like you are just tired and you need to give yourself some time and space. Whereas the Emperor is the fire of the Aries energy. It's a fire starter energy. But with the Hanged Man, it's saying something might not be ready to begin and start. You might not get your energy for this until it's ready. And then you're going to be like the Emperor energy, and it's going to be like, I'm making this a concrete reality. There could be a lot of determination that's coming in around it. So beautiful activation happening here with the Emperor energy. So let's focus in just on the day of, and speaking of which, Here we have the beautiful Libra energy speaking and the High Priestess. Okay, before I move into what I was going to talk about, I have to talk about this because the High Priestess is that whispers of our soul, the intuition that's coming up, the mysteries that we hold within, the lost wisdom, the hidden secrets that are coming up and out with the High Priestess. But next to the Libra energy of justice, which is where our minds are in this beautiful energy of Libra at this moment, searching for balance, searching for fairness, searching for understanding, especially when it comes to relationships. And so it is this very beautiful sense that our mind is being asked to really go with the flow and to really trust our intuition. That's coming through with the High Priestess and Justice. And speaking of trusting our intuition, I wanted to talk about these beautiful Otter Spirit bracelets that came through for me. They actually put out a series for the full moon eclipse in Pisces, the last eclipse. And my goodness, I don't know about you, but that one hit me like a brick, and I'm still recovering from that. I felt like I was cracked open like an egg. And those of you that are on my or haven't already joined my mailing list, I talk about that and the energies that we're moving through in my mailing list. But they sent me one of these for an intention pack for the full moon eclipse, and it didn't arrive in time. And I was like, oh, okay, we're still in eclipse season. I'll just still work with it and put it on and see what it feels like. As soon as I put this one on, this is the black tourmaline, and I'm going to get this out because these are such beautiful. I really have been starting to work with these quite deeply, these beautiful bracelets. And they're triple A grade crystals. And the black tourmaline is I am safe and protected. Protection, Scorpio, Capricorn, Sagittarius, and Libra. And the chakra is the root chakra. And I usually have these black tourmalines around all the time, and I hadn't had them. As soon as I put them in, I just felt so much safer about moving through the shifts that were occurring with the eclipse. So I just feel like I want to wear this all the time. Not that I feel like I want to protect myself so that I don't move through it, but so that I can move through these huge shifts and changes safely. And then it also came with amethyst, which, as I know a lot of you that know about crystals, is a beautiful healing crystal. I have a big, beautiful amethyst here, which sits on one of my card decks, my main card decks. And this one is I'm letting go of fear and embracing peace. So the intention is intuition and balance. It's quite literally perfect for this. This is balance and intuition right next to each other. And the zodiac signs are Aquarius, Pisces, Capricorn, and Aries. And it's opening up the third eye and the crown chakra. So again, that is such a beautiful energy. But it also came with a different one in the pack, and it just didn't feel quite right for me. So I trusted my intuition, which is going to be such a strong message coming through. And the reason I'm showing you this is not only because I love these bracelets and just how well they work, but also because this is going to be one of the themes, being a South Node eclipse that's coming in around healing and trusting your intuition. And instead of choosing the other one that was in the Pisces deck, I chose this one. I went and chose a different one that just felt right for me. And that's this beautiful bluey, green and white one, multi-Amazonite. I'm healing at my own pace. Because I could feel with these eclipse energies that we're all going through some very intense portals of healing at this moment in time. And Chiron is in Aries, in the opposite sign of Libra. So we are doing a lot of healing around our self-identity, around our energy, a lot of stuff coming in around that, about activating new things in our life that feel really aligned to us. And so I chose this. And again, as soon as I put this on, I'm healing at my own pace. It felt like I could just take a deep breath of relief. Like, oh, okay. I don't have to feel too forced about and pressured at having to work at someone else's timeline. I can work with my timeline. And so the intention is healing the zodiac signs of Virgo, which is perfect. And I didn't even know that when I was choosing it. But Virgo being the Virgo new moon eclipse, this is perfect for this eclipse that's coming in. Virgo, Aquarius, Leo, and Pisces are the other zodiac signs. And the chakras is the throat and the heart chakra. So I just wanted to share the process and how these have been working for me. And I actually do have a beautiful extra discount that I've been offered, a 30% off for offers over $99. So the link is in the description box below. But I really do highly recommend these. I don't recommend anything else, really. I'm quite fussy about what I recommend. There's a few products that I use regularly, and these are really becoming something quite essential. So let's see. So Otter Spirit, the link is in the description box below. So let's see. We have the Devil, the Wheel of Fortune, all major arcanas so far. Oh, 3 extras. Okay. And we have at the base the Two of Wands. All right. I'm going to read this in 2 different ways. So let's look at these major arcanas up here. What's going on? So we had our mind is intuitively working with the scales of justice and balance and fairness. With balance, we're moving through something, trusting our intuition. So it's not going wild with something. It's not like, oh, I'm going to jump straight into something and be a little bit crazy. It's very softly entering into this rebirthing, into this new energy that's coming through. And interestingly, it's next to the Devil and the Wheel of Fortune. So at first, the Devil is bringing up our fears. It's bringing up our blocks. It can be a sense of, okay, I feel like I want to move into something, but at the same time, there's something holding me back. The Devil is the Saturnian energy. It's a Capricorn card ruled by Saturn, and Saturn is, like I said, opposing this new moon. So Saturn is saying the boundaries, the structures have to be right before moving forward. So something has to be set up properly on the earthly realm before moving forward. And so if there's any kind of blocks and fears that you're moving through, we have the Wheel of Fortune saying the wisdom is here. You're learning so much around it. The Wheel of Fortune, we can see all the archetypes here, the fixed signs have got books. They're learning about what this devil means in your life. What is this energy that has been very blocked and bound and stuck and hasn't been able to move forward? Because the Wheel of Fortune is expansion. It's expansion and moving into a whole new space. And you're taking the next steps here with the Two of Wands. The fire is your spirit saying it's time to shift your perspective and open and look up. There's something new here for you and you can take those next steps. But you have to leave something behind. That's part of the South Node eclipse. You have to leave an energy or a pattern or a thing in your life behind before you move into this expansion of the Wheel of Fortune. So you might find yourself at a bit of a turning point here where you have to kind of face your fears and you have to look at this very Capricornian type energy of understanding what it is that you want to build, what it is that you tangibly want to create and build moving out of this new moon. What is the thing that you're birthing? Because it has the Capricorn type qualities of something longer term that needs to build and grow. And what I get here, sorry, with the, still talking about this, with the Devil, is the Devil's actually, this card is actually the greatest teacher. It's next to the card of wisdom and teaching and learning, the Wheel of Fortune. So it's saying this thing, Saturnian energy, is whatever burden or hardship or block that you're working with here, this is the lesson. This is your greatest teacher. So work with this energy because there are some beautiful new things that can birth with this. We also have the 8 of Swords, the 3 of Pentacles, and the 9 of Cups. And so here we're looking at your mind as a Mercury-ruled new moon. This is the 8 of Swords, the 8 of air, the element of air representing our mind. Look at how bound we are here, how we can't see something, or how we're feeling quite frustrated and stuck. And so ultimately our mind has this amazing power to liberate us from this situation. The 3 of Pentacles is saying something on the material realm is ready to expand and grow. And it's about holding space, having the capacity to allow this to happen in your world. And it's saying you don't have to do this alone. There's people around you that can help you with this. And that is going to be an energy of this 9 of Cups fulfillment, because it's not about overgiving. It's about being supported so that you can be of service to others. And so that is a beautiful energy that is coming in. It actually reminds me of a course that is activating for me at the moment. It's a longer 9-month course called the Priestess Path, and it's around activating your channel, learning to go deeper with the soul messages of tarot, embodying the work and stepping into the soul work of this. And so I'm actually in the process. I wasn't expecting to talk about it in this reading, but it's coming up. If that's something that you're thinking, or this is going to be something I'm interested in, there will be a link to the wait list in the description box below. And so I feel like there is just one more of these cards that is coming in as well. Okay, beautiful. So as we have up above, which was the star ancestors, we want to come down to earth, which quite literally, because it's a beautiful moon in the earth sign, the card is earthed, learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. So it feels like there's something from our soul energy is kind of dropping in here. It's like this is coming into our bodies and earthing into us. And it, as an energy, is learning how to be human, how to be in the world, but it's something not of the world. So your birthing is beautiful, karmic, fated, destined seed here, which is so beautiful, but it's something from your soul that is dropping in and saying it's time to birth this now, which is such a beautiful energy. And I want to pull an affirmation card for that. So what do we need? Because the new moons are about setting an intention, asking yourself the questions, what is being birthed and what are you ready to release and let go of? And again, coming back to this ancestral thing, I see my parents as tiny children who need love. I have compassion for my parents' childhoods. I now know that I chose them because they were perfect for what I had to learn. I forgive them and set them free, and I set myself free. So that could be part of the healing process, because I feel that this is a very healing new moon, and just on a soul level, because we're getting that something on our soul level is coming down to earth. Let's ask about that. We've got owl and rabbit. Okay. So owl is all about our wisdom and knowledge and looking at something straight on and not being afraid of it. Not going back into our self-sabotaging patterns or a pattern of fear or a pattern of not being afraid to take a leap into something new that is calling us at this moment in time. The owl is very wise and is able to bravely look at something straight on. And interestingly, the owl eats rabbits. The rabbit is going, oh, I'm scared, there's an owl around. But really, it's like the owl is in your own wisdom. So don't be afraid of your own wisdom, to connect into your body, the wisdom of your body, especially for this Virgo new moon, and listen really clearly. If any fears or anything that you're feeling really stuck is coming up, it is an energy where the beautiful energy of this moon, like I said, they bring me back to where we started, in creating space and stillness, finding a place to ground in, setting an intention to release what you need to release, not being afraid to release what it is, because the South Node is about that letting go, and about really being able to look at something straight on and repattern something that's been going on in your life in this ancestral. There's, like I said, there's an old history of it. So that is the reading for the new moon in Virgo. Thank you so much for joining me. If you are interested in working with these beautiful altar spirit crystals and bracelets, like I said, you can use them so deeply. You can really use them in everyday life, and I'm using them now with the moon cycles and the energies that are around us. And so don't forget that I have now 30% off, which is a really amazing discount, and the link for that is in the description box below. If you are interested also in moving further into this energy and going deeper, I do have that meditation. The link for that will also be in the description box below, or it will be floating around. So happy new moon, and please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. Love to read your comments, and take care.